T-Mac missed 20.6% of his games. That's 92 games he sat out, while pocketing a cool $33 million.
Stephen A. and Mcgrady were discussing why Mcgrady never won a championship on ESPN. He spoke about Mcgrady's inability to close, but never once mentioned his injury issues.
Injured, and then Damian Lillard got injured.
I played 4 years in Orlando, got ridiculed because I never got out of the first round. Grant Hill at the time was the best player on that team. This is my 4th year in the league. Grant Hill was the best player on that team.
Right.
So I'm playing 4 years without my best player, can't get out of the first round. But I get ridiculed because I can't do it. Giannis won a championship.
Time out.
He won a championship.
Hold on.
After that, he couldn't get back.
Because you know you're my brother. Here's the deal. Here's how you got ridiculed. Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
Can't find that.
Hold on.
Can't find.
What I'm talking about, when you went against Detroit.
Yeah.
Y'all thought y'all had it in the bag.
Because we up 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So, again, it was the fact that if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never
ever
been
said.
up 3-1?
No, I'm just saying. And then
Never been up 3-1.
But when they blew it, we pointed it out.
I'm just saying.
When they blew it, we pointed it out. But we know they're great. But we pointed out you lost a 3-1 lead. Okay, I'm saying that's not saying you're not great. It's saying that the moment arrived and y'all ain't closed. That's all. It's a fact.
Y'all.
It's a fact.
Y'all. There you
go.
I was just surprised that Stephen didn't mention Mcgrady's injury issues like he did about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard here.
Last year, $50.5 million total. $8 million in endorsements the year 2023. If you combine your money with his money, that equates to $102 million in salary and $17 million in endorsements for a franchise that went the fuck home in the first round. I would repeat that, but I don't think it's necessary. One more thing, Paul. 228 NBA players have played more games than you. You're at 189 games over the last 4 years. 297 players have played more games than the 161 games Kawhi Leonard played over the last 4 years. Do I need to continue? Do I need to continue? Everybody saying no. Paul George, as you know, my sister Carmen adores you, loves you to death. She's here in Vegas too, you know. She's standing a few feet away from me. She's going to be on here in a few minutes. Do you know that she's sitting over there 5 feet away from me, Paul George, cringing, begging me to stop? Please stop talking about Paul. Please, Steve, don't say any more. Please. I'm not disrespecting you. You're a star, and I got love for you. But I'm giving you facts. I'm going to continue, Paul George, because I have the notes right here. You've missed 119 of 308 regular season games. That's 38% due to injuries. In that time span, you've earned $148.2 million in your career. $57.3 million of those monies were for games missed. That a good enough stat for you, Gabe? Yeah. Kawhi Leonard, he's missed 147 of 308 regular season games. That's 48% due to injuries. Kawhi's earned $146.9 million in his career with the Clippers. About $70.8 million were for games he's missed. So combining that 70 with the $57.3 million, the $70.8 million plus $57.3 million, that comes up to $121.1 million in salary paid to you both for missed games. I don't see the Clipper fans getting any refunds. I still am waiting for that championship from the fair weather stepchild known as the Clippers compared to the Lakers. even though I think the Clippers are a first-class organization and your day is coming. And let's make sure we remind the world why you chose months later to call me out. I wish you would have just called me on your podcast. I'd have came, Paul. You know that. For you, with any time, I would have came. But since you decided to go this route, this is why I have a podcast. See, you got to understand something. I'm not going to go after everybody, and I'm not going to respond to everything. But the beauty of my podcast, which I own, I operate, I control, is that I can reach out and touch anybody I damn well please anytime I want to.
Completely savage. I'm sure he would have wanted to say this to Mcgrady.
Tracy Mcgrady, folks, let me tell you something. This man was a scoring machine, a highlight reel. But let's talk facts. Over his career, T-Mac missed 20.6% of his games. That's 92 games he sat out, while pocketing a cool $33 million. Fans paid top dollar to see him. And he's out there in street clothes. And don't get me started on the playoffs. I repeat, 0 trips past the first round. Not a single one. You're cashing checks that big, and you can't deliver a second round appearance. That's unacceptable. Orlando, Houston, they believed in you, and you left them high and dry. Fans deserve better, and Tracy Mcgrady, you owe them an apology.
Yeah, this was really weird to me because when Tracy Mcgrady came on the show and he was talking to Stephen A. Smith, talking about how he would have done this and that, he didn't have a championship team and this, and he didn't have Shaq and all of this. I was very surprised that Stephen A. didn't hit back at him about the amount of games that he missed. Because, right, my favorite player of the past 10 years or so is Kawhi Leonard. And I've seen Stephen A. time after time get on Kawhi Leonard, get on Paul George for missing games due to injury. Here's the thing. Tracy Mcgrady, the guy who was trying to explain to Stephen A. that he didn't have any opportunity to win a title, missed more games than Paul George did. Right? I'm not going to say he missed more games than Kawhi because he didn't. Kawhi missed more games than all of them. But at the same time, he is a 2-time Finals MVP. The other two don't even have a championship. All right, but like I said, Mcgrady missed more games than Paul George did. And there's video after video of Stephen A. getting on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard for missing games. But here, talking to Mcgrady and them discussing Mcgrady's career and why he didn't make it, why he basically underachieved, he didn't even bring up the fact about missing games. So what is it, Stephen A.? Why do we have this hypocrisy? Did he forget, what he made so many videos about? Even referring to a 2-time Finals MVP? All right, a player who basically put a stake in LeBron's legacy, or helped put a stake in LeBron's legacy along with Steph Curry. All right, why didn't he have that smoke for Tracy? Tracy missed more games than Paul George, and Paul George usually is the main target. So I don't get that one. If somebody knows, put it in a comment. I don't know. But that's about it. So until next time.